everybody, I'm Isabella. Welcome to Astro Izzy. This is your July 2024 horoscope. Happy birthday to all the Cancerians out there. Happy 4th of July. In numerology, it is month 15. When 1 and 5 come together, it means we can create something. You on a personal level and us on a collective level, we can all create something worthwhile, something lasting. It is a month of relationships, love, responsibility. July 2nd, Neptune stations retrograde at 29 degrees of Pisces. So from now until December 7th, we can take off the rose-colored glasses. We can see situations, people, for exactly what they are. We're going to internalize the lessons Neptune's been teaching us now for almost 14 years. So wherever you have this, especially if you have planets or points around 28, 29 degrees, you can finally feel like you're waking up to a reality of a situation in your life that maybe was cloudy. Things were clouded for you. You didn't know what was going on there. So this is big. This is really huge because right now we also have Saturn retrograding in the sign of Pisces. So we have been waking up to any illusions and delusions. Anything you've been, deluding yourself about, right now you can finally have a big wake-up call. You can see things for exactly what they really are. So look to see where you have 29 degrees of Pisces in your chart. July 2nd, we have Mercury trining Neptune, improved communications, improved creativity. Also on the 2nd, Venus is trining Saturn. So we're willing to make sacrifices, commitments, and responsibilities are coming to us easier. We want to make these commitments. July 3rd, we have Mercury opposite Pluto. Watch out for communication. Maybe you could be uncovering something, uncovering a secret, but watch how you speak to people. People can be a little bit more on edge on the 3rd. July 5th, Mars is sextiling Saturn. So it's giving us this determination to get done exactly what we want to get done. This is really powerful because also on the 5th, we have a beautiful new moon, 14 degrees of Cancer, which is conjuncting the fixed star Sirius, giving us wealth, luck, prosperity. This is really great. Those of you who have planets or points at 14 degrees of Cancer, this is huge. This is such a beneficial new moon, but it really is for all of us. So it's time to manifest, get the moonstone and citrine out. July 8th, Venus sextile Saturn. We want more creativity. We want more fun, expansion. It could be a time where we're running into people and situations that make us feel creative. We're craving it on July 8th. We also have Mercury sextile Jupiter, giving us this creative thinking, this creative abundance, more thinking in a more positive light, more positive way. This is the big one. July 11th, Uranus is conjuncting the fixed star ALGOL. This is a destructive star. Uranus is, it's that we don't know what can happen energy. And I would say if you are traveling, if you are driving, be more cautious. Use your intuition. This can lead to harsh weather, people acting erratically. So just be more cautious of that. July 12th, we have Venus opposing Pluto. Oh, now this can lead to intense romantic attractions, but it can also bring possessiveness, manipulation, jealousy within relationships. July 12th, July 13th, July 15th, Mars conjuncts Uranus with the fixed star ALGOL as well at 26 degrees of Taurus. Please be more careful if you are driving, you're traveling. This is, Mars is very aggressive. Uranus, unpredictable. Fixed star ALGOL is destructive. Destructive weather, just unexplainable things could be happening really all around the world. And just use your intuition. Again, be more cautious if you're out and about, especially if you're in big, huge crowds. It's pretty much an unpredictable, erratic energy that we're going to be feeling. 15th, 16th, maybe even 17th, I would just be more cautious of your surroundings. Try not to plan big, huge things on the 15th and 16th and the 11th. July 21st, we have a full moon in Capricorn, and Venus is sextiling Jupiter. So this can make us feel more connected, more social, and we're closing something out in the area of your chart, wherever you have Capricorn. That's like where you're closing something out, putting something out there that you have just now finished. On the 21st, Mercury squares Uranus. Watch your passwords, watch your communication, watch your driving. Uranus is erratic. And with the square from Mercury, this can also, things can be happening when it comes to cars, driving, travel. Things like that can be disrupted at this time on the 21st. July 23rd, the transiting Sun in Leo will oppose Pluto. All right, so someone can hurt our feelings. This can also lead to some intense interactions, intense attractions. It can be a time where our self-esteem is hurt. We feel a little bit more down about ourselves, or someone says or does something. I would be more watchful how you speak to people. Watch out for jealousy, manipulation. In July, Jupiter is transiting 8 to 14 degrees of the sign of Gemini. Wherever you have Gemini, and any planets from 8 to 14 degrees, Jupiter this month will bless you. 9 degrees of Gemini, we have the fixed star Aldebaran. Such a lucky star. It gives luck, popularity, prosperity. So if you have any planets at around 8, 9 degrees of Gemini, this is fantastic for you. Saturn is retrograding from 19 to 18 degrees of Pisces. So if you do have planets or points in your chart that are Virgo, Pisces, Gemini, and Sagittarius from 18 to 19 degrees, you're under a Saturn transit. And we're having Saturn retrograde now for a while. I made a separate video on that, so you can watch that. I will describe how this retrograde will be for your sign in that video. Uranus this month is transiting 25 to 26 degrees of Taurus. So if you have planets in Taurus, Scorpio, Leo, or Aquarius from 25 to 26 degrees, you can really feel this unshakable change coming into your life, or you're just feeling like you want more freedom, more change. But especially 25, 26 degrees of Taurus, things could be happening suddenly. All of a sudden, you're craving freedom, or something shocking is coming to your life, good or bad. Uranus is kind of unpredictable, but a lot of times it frees us from whatever it is that we need to be freed from, so we can experience something different. Pluto is also retrograding right now in Aquarius from 1 degree back to the 0 degree point this month. So if you have any planets from 0 to 1 degree, Leo, Aquarius, Scorpio, or Taurus, you can now feel Pluto right there looming over you, trying to transform a part of you, a part of your life. Look to see where you have Aquarius, or if you have any of those planets at the 1 degree mark, especially Aquarius and Leo. You can really feel the transformation brewing right now in July. July 26th through December 29th, Chiron is going retrograde from 23 degrees of Aries until 19 degrees of Aries. If you have planets in Aries, Sun, Moon, Venus, Mars, you can feel like you're going through a transformation, like you want to isolate from people and heal your wounds. Your deepest insecurities and wounds can come up at this time. If it's Venus, you might be reworking your relationship patterns, self-love, how you spend money, how you feel about yourself, and the mistakes you make in relationships. If it's Moon, a lot could be coming up when it comes to family, your relationships, your inner needs. So this can be big for a lot of people. You can really feel Chiron if it's directly right there, especially when it's retrograding exactly over a personal planet. So watch for that if you feel a lot of turmoil inside. If you have these planets in Aries from 19 to 23 degrees, you're gonna feel it. This month, it'll just be the people with really 23, 22 degrees of Aries, but it's retrograding now all the way until the end of December. Hit the like button if you found this video helpful, and like and subscribe for more.
Aries, we start out the month with a Neptune going retrograde at 29 degrees of Pisces. This is all the way until December 7th, but right now this month you are going to start to see what it is that you do that's holding you back from the life that you want to live. 12th house is the subconscious mind. So maybe there's things you are doing that are actually leading you down the wrong path. Even friends you are choosing. This is opposing your 6th house of work and co-workers. So things may be revealed to you about people in your life at your job that are maybe disloyal, dishonest. And right now you're going to take off the rose-colored glasses and you are going to see exactly who people truly are. All those around you will be made, it'll be very apparent to you who you want in your life and who you need to let go of, as well as any habits that you thought are beneficial to you, but you now realize are really actually holding you back from the life that you want to live. Saturn is also right now retrograding in your 12th house. So a lot of your unconscious negative thoughts might be coming up about how you want to handle life. A lot of people might be revealing themselves to you for who they really are. Saturn in the 12th house can give us kind of a pessimistic mindset a lot of the times because we are realizing everything that we have to do, all our responsibilities. I did a fully detailed video of what Saturn retrograde which will mean for everybody, but for you, it's in the 12th house. So your unconscious beliefs about yourself are now coming to the forefront. It could be also unexpected bills and things you need to take care of, a lot more responsibility you feel like you have to take care of right now. July 3rd, we have Mercury opposite Pluto. For you, this is your 11th and 5th house Aries. So watch out because you can maybe say things to friends that, piss them off, or they could say things to you that piss you off, as well as maybe even with children. Your children could be experiencing some opposition on the July 3rd, July 4th. Friday on July 5th, we have a new moon in Cancer in your 4th house of home, family. So you're thinking about getting cozy, you're redecorating, you're initiating something within the home, within your close group of family members even. Maybe you're planning a family, planning a move, redecorating. You could even be thinking about buying a new vehicle or starting a home project or working from home. But you are initiating something new when it comes to your home, your emotional needs, and your home environment. July 15th, Mars conjuncts Uranus at 26 degrees of Taurus. This is a day of caution because on a world collective level, we don't know what happens. This is aggressive energy coming together with out of the blue, out of the box energy. It's happening in your 2nd house of money, possessions, family. It could be a new source of income, an inspiration for a new source of income. If something comes to you right now, just go with it. It could be, leading you to more prosperity into your life on a personal level. On a collective level, I would watch out going, if you're traveling or going out with huge groups of people, because this is it's a scary energy. You don't know what could happen, and Mars is the planet of aggression. So I would definitely play it safe July 15th, July 16th, especially when it comes to going out or traveling. First half of the month until the 21st, Mars is hanging out in your 2nd house. So you are really, really thinking about possessions and finances. This is a time where you could spend money more quickly. So be more cautious about how and why you spend your money. But it is a time where you are feeling very business minded. So think of all the stuff that you're coming up with, business ideas, because when Mars in the second house is hungry for money, so you could come up with great business ideas, investments at this time. Mars enters Gemini, your third house, July 21st, and then you want to hang out around the neighborhood with friends. You want to travel the town more and just explore, as well as maybe you are pursuing some kind of learning. You're pursuing some kind of education maybe, or learning a skill. Until the 21st, the sun is in your fourth house. So you are really, really working on home projects, getting cozy at home. You know, you're probably more of a recluse and you're staying in a little bit more. You're staying home. You're thinking about your family members and how to get close with everybody. Maybe dinner dates inside the home, cooking. So you're feeling very emotionally grounded as well. Now, after July 22nd, the sun goes into your fifth house and lights up your creative passions. So you're thinking on a bigger creative level right now. You're interested in dating at this time, or you maybe start some new fun hobbies, or you get out there and just have fun, go to concerts, you know, play sports with people. You just want to go out, hang out with people, and really you can find love at the end of July as well. July 23rd, we have Sun opposing Pluto. It could be where one of your friends falls for you, you fall for one of your friends, or there's intense attraction between you and somebody that you hang out with, a group of people, or even online. This can be really empowering for you, you know, give you a much needed ego boost. Venus is in your fourth house until the 12th, which creates for a great bonding between family members, staying at home, cuddling up with your special person, or just beautifying your home environment. This is fantastic for that. On July 12th, Venus enters Leo, your fifth house of love, romance, and creativity. This is the time to put yourself out there after July 12th. If you are single, this is perfection. You have beautiful trines and sextiles happening from this fifth house Venus. So you are going to have a lot of fun out with friends, or if you go out and just play sports, you go to concerts, you get involved with groups of people. This is great. But just watch July 12th. Venus is opposing Pluto from your 11th house. It could be instant attraction between you and a friend or somebody that you know within a group. Or you could go out within a group environment and meet someone. The attraction could be instant, but this also can cause jealousy. It can cause somebody from your friend group being jealous of you. So jealousy, manipulation, July 12th, 13th, watch out for that. On July 21st, Mercury is square Uranus. For you, this has to deal with your second house and your fifth house. So maybe there's an inspiration for a creative project that you want to turn into a money-making venture, or you are trying to find the funds for a creative endeavor, creative project that you are working on, you're having fun with, or maybe a group that you want to join. But it could be a little bit of a push and pull there on the 21st, 22nd, where you have to make decisions about money and fun. Sunday, July 21st, you're going to have a full moon in Capricorn in your 10th house of career and public image. It could be that you have just put out a project out for the world to see, or you're expanding your public image somehow through your career. There's something brewing, some kind of completion when it comes to career and goals for you at the very end of the month. So July 21st, but it could be that something that you've been working on creatively for a long time, or you are completely rethinking where you want your career to go. We're going to have Chiron go retrograde all the way until the end of December, and we've had this last eclipse was with Chiron at 23 degrees. It is now going to retrograde over that, so you are really rethinking all your deep, deep wounds and how you want to shape and shift your life, Aries. Anything that comes up right now when it comes to your look, your personality, how you feel about yourself, This is the time to fix it. Any negativity that you are holding about yourself, about what you can achieve, it's now time to work on that and let that go all the way through December. But in particularly, if you have any planets or your ascendant in Aries at 23 degrees, you're going to feel that come up this month. Taurus, welcome to your July horoscope. We're going to start out the month with a Neptune going retrograde on July 2nd all the way until December 7th in your 11th house of groups, friendships, organizations. This can be a time where you see your friends' true colors, that maybe you finally see people who have been dishonest to you, disloyal to you, or maybe even the people that you're following on social media, the groups you belong to. You're going to start to take off your rose-colored glasses and rethink a few friendships, a few connections in your life. We also have Saturn going retrograde in your 11th house, Taurus. This is opposing your 5th house. This can be a time where maybe your children, if you have grown children, are going through a harder time in their life, but also a time where you are getting rid of friendships that no longer serve you. Friendships or any groups and clubs you belong to. You may be even getting rid of paid subscriptions that are no longer aligned with your way of life. So you are really, really rethinking that area of your life. This could also be a time when an old friend calls you up, or you get in touch with an old friend, or maybe revisit groups and organizations that you used to be a part of. July 3rd, we have a Mercury opposite Pluto transit. This can be a time where your work and family life are at odds with each other. So be careful how you speak to people in your workplace or in the public, and also within your family, to not have any misunderstandings and arguments around July 3rd and July 4th. July 5th, we have a new moon in Cancer, and for you, Taurus, it's happening in the 3rd house of siblings, communication, self-effort. There could be a course you are undertaking, you're studying something, you are taking the initiative in an area of your life, maybe whether it's studying something or producing some creative project. But the 3rd house is also our community. So it could be a time where you want to get in the car, take a few trips, or you are planning something like that. Maybe even planning on buying a new computer, buying a new phone. July 15th, Mars will conjunct Uranus at 26 degrees of Taurus. If your rising sign, sun sign, or moon sign are 26 degrees of Taurus. This is also conjuncting the fixed star ALGOL. Be more cautious around the 15th, 16th, even 17th. This is unpredictable energy. Mars is an aggressive planet, and this is ruling you. So you might feel a lot more aggressive, or you want to try new things. Just be more cautious if you are, exercising, traveling, driving, because this is very unpredictable energy. Mars in the 1st house, you want to initiate things. You have more passion. On the 21st, Mars enters Gemini, your 2nd house. You are now focused on money, finances, shopping, maybe buying luxury possessions. Be careful not to spend too much, because Mars in the 2nd wants to spend. The sun is illuminating your 3rd house until July 21st. So the focus is on short distance trips, starting new projects, learning something new, but you are communicating a lot, maybe even online. After July 22nd, the sun goes into your 4th house, and you are spending more time at home with family. You're more inward. You don't want to go out as much, so you're just enjoying the peace and quiet within your own home, maybe redecorating or working on house projects at this time. Watch July 23rd, Sun opposing Pluto. So you can have maybe more arguments with your family members or coworkers. This can invite some jealousy, some manipulation. It can seem like there's a lot of passion in the area of work or home. So just be more cautious, especially of how you use your words with coworkers, the public, and anybody who lives with you, because you can be more on edge, as they might also be a little bit more edge on this day. We have beautiful trines and sextiles happening with Venus pretty much all month long, but watch for July 12th when Venus is opposing Pluto, okay? Venus in Leo opposes Pluto in Aquarius, and this can invite a jealousy, manipulation, attraction. Strong attractions can be happening at this time, maybe with someone from, your hometown, or you can meet them at work. But this can invite a lot of manipulation and jealousy. It's only around July 12th, 13th, but watch this energy because you can attract a lot of people to you. They can seem attracted to you. You can be attracted to someone, like intense attractions. July 21st, Mercury is squaring Uranus. This can, bring up sudden happenings within home and family, or something could be said that you don't like or your family doesn't like. Uranus is unpredictable, and this rules you. So also just be more cautious even within your home, especially with communication, misunderstandings on July 21st, because Uranus makes things happen out of the blue, but you can have an out of the box thinking at this time. So you're thinking very, very much creatively. If you have a home business, this is kind of good for that. We have a full moon happening on July 21st in your ninth house. So Taurus, maybe you are completing something. Maybe you're completing getting your passport, something about schooling, traveling abroad. There's something coming to a completion within the ninth house. So spiritual classes, anything dealing with education, passports, visas, traveling, dealing with foreigners, foreign places. You are finally concluding something in that area. Also, Chiron is going retrograde in your 12th house. This is happening all the way until December. So right now, unconscious thoughts are finally going to get healed. It is a perfect time to actually heal all your negative thinking. Gemini, welcome to your July horoscope. We start out the month with Neptune going retrograde in your 10th house. So from now all the way until December 7th, there may be things in your workplace with the people that you work with, or confusion about a job, coming to light, coming for you to deal with. So it's like things will reveal themselves to you slowly. You're going to take off the rose-colored glasses in that area. Same with how you want to look to the public. Your public image, the image you portray to others. So you'll be able to see more clearly what it is that you want out of your career, out of your public image, out of the people that you work with, or the people who work for you. Maybe you're thinking about a big career shift, big career change. With Neptune, it could even be something dealing with psychic abilities, astrology, the arts. You could be really thinking about that right now, or delving deep into that. Saturn is also retrograding in your 10th house. So you're putting in a lot of effort right now into career. You're really thinking about what you want to do next. When Saturn finally leaves your 10th house after this transit, you guys are going to be in a whole new spot in your career. Maybe you're getting raises, moving up the ladder, but right now it's all coming with like burdens and more responsibilities, and it feels rough. It's aspecting your 4th house of home and family. So there could also be issues that come up within the home, or maybe having to move home for some of you. It's aspecting your 1st and 7th house as well. So this Saturn retrograde is really going to affect you. It's going to help you really mature and grow in all these areas. I did a separate video on how Saturn retrograde will affect each sign, so watch that if you want to know more details about this Saturn retrograde for you, Gemini. July 3rd, we have Mercury in your 3rd house opposing Pluto in your 9th house, so watch your words around July 3rd and 4th so that you don't piss people off. They might piss you off, especially when dealing with siblings, people in your neighborhood, teachers, educators. So just be more cautious of how you use your words. You may come off a little bit more harsh, or they may seem harsh to you, and you may take it out of, blow it out of proportion, take it the wrong way. Friday, July 5th, There's a beautiful new moon happening in your second house of possessions, the money that you make, your self-confidence. So there's something you're starting that's going to give you more confidence. You are really probably going to start a new money-making venture, or you're at least putting in the beginning stages of planning something in that area. You could be buying yourself beautiful possessions, planning on buying something, maybe even makeup, jewelry, something fancy, but you're definitely starting to think about your money in a serious way with Neptune and Saturn also retrograding in the 10th house. Career is utmost important right now for you, Gemini. Watch July 11th as well as July 15th and 16th. July 11th, Uranus conjuncts the star ALGOL, happening in your 12th house. And July 15th, Mars and Uranus conjunct at 26 degrees of Taurus on the fixed star ALGOL. I say this because if you're traveling, if you're out in big public places, this is your 12th house of losses. And Mars is aggressive. Uranus is sudden happenings. Be more cautious when out and about. I would not try anything out of the ordinary on these 2 days, as the energy is very unpredictable. And really, you don't know what can happen. Mars is so aggressive. Uranus brings things out of the blue. Because until the 21st, Mars is in your 12th house. So you could be losing sleep. It could be a time where you find out people are gossiping about you. An unexpected bill can come out. Mars in the 12th house could be where you're also wanting to express yourself and you feel like you can't. You feel like you're forgetting something. You say something to someone, you go away, and a few days later, you're like, I should have said this, I should have said that. So it's a little bit restrictive. After the 21st, Mars enters your first house. You're feeling energetic. You want to work out. You want to go out there, get stuff done. So after the 21st is a perfect time to start working out, start a new project, because you're really going to take the initiative. You know, you've got that fire, that determination in you to go out and get things done after the 21st. The sun is in your second house until July 21st. So with that new moon there, you're initiating something when it comes to finances, making more money, a new business, maybe a side hustle. July 22nd, your focus turns to community, siblings. You want to drive around, short distance trips. You want to get out there, go to the beach, hit up some restaurants. You are more social. Maybe you're even meeting more people from online blogging, but you're taking a lot of initiative. Third house is our initiative, and maybe even starting to learn something that you need to for your second house, maybe that business idea you are thinking about. Venus is also illuminating your second house until the 12th. This is the time from July 1st through the 12th. Go get yourself something beautiful. I always find the best stuff when Venus is in my second house, whether it's jewelry, makeup, clothing, something luxurious. It is the time where you just find the right stuff. After July 12th, Venus enters your third house. So this could be a time where you could meet somebody in the neighborhood, or just really have fun with siblings, your friends, a short distance trip, a class, anything like that. You can really have fun with now. Venus is making such beautiful trines and sextiles this month for you that your creativity is at an all-time high. July 11th, Venus is trining Neptune. This is the perfect time to really get creative. If you are in a creative field, you could put out your best work. Now, July 12th, watch out for that Venus opposite Pluto situation. It could be where maybe some of your friends or somebody in the neighborhood is a little bit jealous of you, or somebody from school even. You could invite some jealousy, manipulation, but also intense attractions between people can happen at this time. So it's kind of like a good and bad, but you were really focused, maybe focused on something that you love. July 21st, Mercury will square Uranus. Okay, this is a time where you might maybe find out a secret or somebody spills a secret of yours. So be careful what you share with people because Uranus is unpredictable energy in your 12th house. So in the 3rd house, it could even be between you and a sibling, you and a neighbor, somebody from a neighborhood or a course that you're undertaking. Sunday, July 21st, there is a full moon in Capricorn happening in your 8th house of intimacy, transformation, shared resources. It could be even bank loans. Maybe you're paying off a debt, a bank loan, a credit card, and you're finally saying goodbye to that with all that activity happening in your 2nd house this month. Gemini, I could really see that for a lot of you. Or maybe taking intimacy to the next level, or you finally healed some kind of trauma that has been holding you back. Something could even be revealed to you. Pay attention to the signs around you. When the 8th house is involved, things can sometimes come up so that we could deal with them. And with this full moon, you could finally let go of what you've been holding on to that's been, holding you back from your best life ever, especially with the healing Jupiter in your sign right now. July 23rd, we have the sun, which is in Leo, in your 3rd house, opposing Pluto in your 9th house. So watch out how you speak with your father, authority figures, teachers, mentors at this time. But this can also attract jealousy to you, jealousy and manipulation from siblings, friends at this time. Okay, Gemini, this is a very, very strong opposition. And with Pluto, there could be so much going on. It's trying to transform you. So you may get feelings of jealousy, you yourself, or you can feel it from other people. But it's only the 23rd, 24th. I wouldn't worry about it too much. But it's a time, because it's in your 3rd house, I would watch your driving and also just watch how you speak to people, because you can rub them the wrong way very easily around this time. And I hope you have a fantastic July, Gemini. Cancer, sun, moon, and rising. Happy birthday. This is your season. We start out the month with Neptune going retrograde in the sign of Pisces. From now until December 7th, things might be revealed to you, or you're going to take off your rose-colored glasses in the area of higher education, philosophies, teachers, any court case you're involved in, as well as maybe secrets coming from your father's side of the family. Sometimes we have rose-colored glasses on when Neptune is going direct. We miss things. We romanticize. We want things to be true. When Neptune goes retrograde, we're reevaluating things and seeing things for what they are, especially now because Saturn is also there. So it's going to shine a light on anyone dishonest around you, because Neptune could be also making aspects to your personal planets. So if it's aspecting Venus, it could also deal with a love, a romance, relationships. If it's the sun, it could deal with career, the self-image you have about yourself, or male figures in your life. So Neptune could be doing a lot in your chart. With Saturn also going retrograde in the 9th house, there could be more burdens, responsibilities from teachers, professors, maybe your father, as well as maybe some course you are starting. There's a lot of work that needs to be done. I did a whole separate video on Saturn retrograde if you want to know in full detail how that will affect you for the coming months. So you can go check that out as well. Watch for July 3rd when Mercury is opposite Pluto. This is happening where Mercury is in your 2nd house, Pluto is in your 8th house. So there could be issues around shared resources or maybe school loans, taxes, inheritances. It's affecting your money somehow. Something could make you a little bit mad. You may say stuff, or somebody may say stuff to you. So just watch your words wisely, because July 3rd, July 4th, with this Pluto opposition, it could bring on arguments even within family members about money or anyone you share joint resources with. Okay, so just watch that, because it could also bring on a little bit of a jealousy, manipulation coming from other people. Friday, July 5th, you have a new moon happening in your first house of self. You are initiating something new. It could be a new workout regimen, a new look. This is the time to get a new look, Cancer. You can get a new haircut, get some makeup, some new clothing. You are going to feel renewed. You are renewing yourself. Your self-esteem is going up, and it could be from the courses that you're undertaking, the new life philosophies you are taking in with this ninth house energy. You're coming out of your shell right now, and you want to go out. You want to mingle with others. This is fantastic for starting anything new. Watch July 11th and be more cautious if you're out and about or traveling. Uranus is coming together with the star ALGOL on the 11th, and stuff always happens on the 11th, you guys. Then July 15th, Mars is conjuncting Uranus at 26 degrees of Taurus, which is again the spot conjuncting fixed star ALGOL. This is a very negative star. Mars is a very aggressive planet when it is transiting. It is the planet of action, but it's conjuncting Uranus. And this is, out of the blue happenings, earthquakes, or if you're traveling, stuff could just come out of the blue. So please, please be more cautious, especially if you are out on the road traveling. Just try to use your intuition a little bit more. Of course, this is also happening in your 11th house, so maybe there could be just sudden disagreements as well within a friendship group or a group you belong to. Mars transiting the 11th house until July 21st. So it could be even an argument with an older sibling, with a friend group, a misunderstanding, or your friends could seem like they're acting up. And now July 21st, also Mars goes into Gemini, your 12th house. This is a time where you may feel like somebody is gossiping about you behind your back, or you're feeling a little bit more pessimistic and maybe even lacking sleep, more insomnia, really thinking about something. When Mars is in the 12th house, it's like we want to start things, but we don't know how to start them. 2 days later, we're like, oh, I'm going to do this. And then 2 days later, we're like, nah. So it's a little bit more passive aggressive. You could feel a little bit more passive aggressive at the end of the month with this Mars there. But also watch your possessions, watch your stuff. It could also indicate an unexpected bill coming to you when it is in the 12th house, so just be more cautious. But especially watch July 11th, July 15th, and 16th. The sun is in your sign, Cancer, until July 21st. Use this to go out there and get what you want. People are noticing you. You're more active, more social. July 22nd, the sun enters the second house. Now you're really thinking about your finances and how to make money, start something new. This is also a time where you could go out and get some new possessions, something you've been wanting. The sun for you rules your 10th house. It's going into the second house. So you're really thinking about your career, your public image. Maybe you're thinking how to go to school for the career that you want. You're really putting in the effort when it comes to career, making money, schooling, maybe travel this month. This is a huge month. A lot of you could also be learning new philosophies with your 9th house. A Saturn and Neptune retrograde could really get you thinking. Venus is making lots of beautiful trines and sextiles this month. Venus is in your sign until the 12th, perfect for a new haircut or just beautifying yourself. People are more attracted to you. So if you are single, this is the perfect time to go out and try to find a partner. July 12th, Venus enters Leo, your second house. This is the time to really go out there and maybe buy some new perfume, jewelry, I always find the best stuff when Venus is in the second house. You can find possessions you're going to love for a really long time. It's like you go to the store and you just find what you need. But do watch out for July 12th. Venus is opposite Pluto. Now, this can ignite some jealousy, competition, manipulation, but also strong attraction between you and somebody. So it's it's a little bit of good and bad, but just watch out how others react to you or how you react to them, because a lot of times we feel this powerful energy, but it's not long lasting. So just be careful about the decisions you make about people. July 21st, Mercury will square Uranus. So Mercury will be in your second house. Uranus is in your 11th house. And this could have something to do with a group that you belong to, friends. When it comes to money and possessions, there could be a conflict in that area, or maybe it's things that you no longer want to pay for, subscriptions such as Netflix, groups that you belong to that you no longer want to, or something is unclear there or happens out of the blue. Maybe your friends can message you out of the blue. It could have something to do with money and finances for you. Sunday, July 21st, you have a full moon in Capricorn. This is your 7th house of business partners, romantic relationships as well. So you guys maybe are ending a relationship or finally letting someone go from your life that no longer aligns with you, with your life. Or it could just be you finishing up a work project, because 7th house is also work projects that we do with business partners. So there's a completion there. There's a completion. Either you're letting go of somebody, somebody's letting go of you, or you are taking something to the next level. Maybe something that wasn't serious, you're making it serious. There's some kind of completion going on when in regards to relationships, other people, business partners, clients even. Also, watch out for July 23rd when the sun is opposing Pluto. So the sun will be in your 2nd house, Pluto in your 8th. Again, this could arise some kind of jealousy, manipulation, but this actually for you has to do with money and finances and possessions. Joint resources. The 8th house is also loans, because there's so much going on in your 9th house. It could be problems and issues with loans that you are getting, maybe for school or for some kind of travel, but issues around inheritances, taxes, money, the money that you share with others can come up, and it could create an opposition coming from other people. So just be careful how you use your words around this time, because something might just trigger you a little bit more around the 23rd, 24th, especially when it comes to money or joint finances, even intimacy with a romantic partner. Leo, welcome to your July horoscope. We start out the month with Neptune going retrograde. So from now until December 7th, rose-colored glasses are coming off when it comes to the area of intimacy, joint finances, inheritances, taxes, and how you really deal with your psychological issues, because you could have profound visions coming to you now. Neptune in the 8th is extremely psychic. So when it goes retrograde, we actually can internalize the stuff that we've been wanting to see. So pay attention from now until December 7th. You might really get some insights into how to heal your deepest wounds, what's holding you back from intimacy. And also you might get, a wake-up call when it comes to joint finances. If you split your money with a partner, a spouse, or maybe any kind of business contracts that you are involved in. Taxes, inheritances, if there had been mistakes made. This can actually even bring back an intimate partner from the past, or you could be reminiscing about them at this time. The 8th house can kind of give you clairvoyant thinking, dreaming about somebody even. Now, Saturn is also in your 8th house going retrograde. I did a separate video detailing how that whole transit will go for you. Now, in case you're feeling like Saturn in the 8th is all doom and gloom, I want to let you know that in Vedic astrology, when the Saturn is transiting the 8th house, it actually can bring raises to you. Raises when it comes to work or any kind of thing that you are working on. It makes us work a lot harder. It is 8th from the 2nd, and it can bring in a lot of money, even though it's Saturn. I know a lot of people don't think so, but I have seen this over and over if you work really hard. And that is because when Saturn's in our 8th house, we tend to put relationships, intimacy aside and really focus on healing and work. It is 11 houses away from our 10th house as well, which means it is the house of gains when it comes to our career and public image. And there's nothing like the hard work of Saturn than to push through that. So this is not all bad. I know some of you may be going through some harsh lessons when it comes to money and finances, but you can use this transit wisely to make your career work better, get a promotion, get noticed. Now watch July 3rd, Mercury will oppose Pluto. Mercury will be in your 1st house, but it rules your 2nd house. So it has to do with finances and possessions. 7th house, we have business partners or romantic partners or spouse. So there could be some jealousy, manipulation, and opposition when it comes to money, finances, and you, what you're doing, how you're handling things. Watch your words. You can piss someone off. They can piss you off because, you know, Pluto can invite a lot of criticism, jealousy. It's a powerful planet that, you know, digs into our psyche, and Mercury is our communication. So, but it also for you rules the 2nd house of finances and possessions. So you could have, you know, some arguments maybe with a partner about how to spend money, on what to spend money on, especially with all this activity in your 8th house. So just watch your words. July 3rd, July 4th. We have a new moon Friday, July 5th, happening in your 12th house, Leo. This can be a time where you are initiating something new when it comes to bed pleasures even, and just something you're holding back on. You're not letting everybody know what you are doing. The 12th house is fantastic for keeping things close to the vest and not exposing exactly what we want to do going forward, whether it has to do with money, finances, or whatever that it is that you're doing. But also you watch for unexpected bills or things you didn't account for around this time. But you are initiating something new when it comes to the 12th house. This is really great for creative endeavors. Anything creative that you can come up with now, because it's going to be heightened with a new moon. You're going to really be thinking about stuff that you want to do going forward. Watch for July 11th. Uranus is conjuncting the fixed star ALGOL. This is a negative star. Uranus is unpredictable. This is happening at 26 degrees of Taurus. If you have planets around 26 degrees of Taurus, be more cautious, because unpredictable, unexplained events could be happening in your life. It could be really good, but we also don't really know. July 5th, Mars is conjuncting Uranus at 26 degrees of Taurus. Again, fixed star ALGOL. So be more cautious of hanging out with friends, even people at work, because unpredictable things could be happening in that area for you, Leo. But especially be more cautious when you're out and about, traveling, driving. This could ignite storms, earthquakes, or just people acting erratically. Mars is in your 10th house until July 21st. Use this energy for any career projects that you are working on, any kind of project that you're working out with your coworkers. Mars in the 10th is fantastic. You can really shine at whatever it is that you do. It really gets us that boost to accomplish anything that we want to, especially career-wise. Now, Mars enters Gemini after the 21st. That's your 11th house. This is the time where you can get a little opposition from an older sibling. You can even see your friends acting a little bit more erratic, or people that you hang out with on social media, any groups. People could just want to start with you right now, or just be a little bit more moody. So do watch for that after the 21st. Though I will say Mars in the 11th gives us a lot of charisma. If you work in a creative field, an artsy field, this is the time where you can get on stage and just have that kind of charisma that people are attracted to. So use this also if you are in a creative field. You have something to showcase, something to show off on social media, because you're going to be a lot more charismatic when Mars is in the 11th. Now the Sun in Cancer until July 21st, which is your 12th house. So maybe you want to be a little bit more behind the scenes. You're definitely working on something behind the scenes. Something is brewing for you. After July 22nd, the Sun goes in your sign. So you're feeling more confident, energetic. You want to go out there and meet people. This is also attracting other people to you. When the Sun is in the first house, we look more charismatic, more joyful, and other people are just drawn to us. You know, it attracts other people, especially with that Mars in your 11th. If you are working on anything creative, you got to go out there and, you know, maybe make a public speech or make a video. This is a fantastic time, the second half of the month, Leo. There's so many wonderful sextiles and trines between Venus this month. It's really, really romantic. Venus is in your 12th house until July 12th, but this Venus in the 12th house is really good, actually. It's good for money, creativity. If you are a creative person and you're working on something behind the scenes with that new moon, Venus will get you going, as well as even having relations and, you know, not telling anybody about them. You can enjoy some bed pleasures. July 12th, Venus enters your sign. This is the time to get a new wardrobe, a new haircut, a new look. You're attracting people to you. You're magnetic. So if you are a single Leo, go out and look. When Venus is in our first house, we attract people that are just like us. So it's really easy to meet people. Watch for July 12th, though. Venus is opposing Pluto. This can really give you instant attraction with maybe somebody that you work with, but this can bring on some jealousy from a partner, manipulation, or something, you know, where they are questioning you, or an intense attraction to somebody. You could literally fall in love. So this is intense, but it can also be intense feelings coming from your partner if you are partnered. So just watch how that plays out on July 12th. Be more careful, because a lot of magnetic attractions can be happening. You know, you could be attracting the right kind of people and the wrong kind of people. Watch July 21st when Mercury is square Uranus. Okay, because Mercury rules your second house. We've got Uranus in your 10th house. So there could be something happening out of the blue with contracts about money from work. Somebody that you work with. I would not sign anything on the dotted line unless you know exactly what it is, because it can just be something changing, something shifting when it comes to the money that you make at work, or your position at work, or maybe you're just communicating with people at work and they take you by surprise. You know, they're saying stuff. So just watch your words with how you speak to people, especially how you speak to the public and your coworkers. They might take it the wrong way. They might be a little bit surprised how you come off to them on July 21st. Beautiful new moon, Sunday, July 21st as well, when in your 6th house. So perfect time to give up a bad habit. This is the time to close it out, Leo. If you've got one to let go, this is the time to do it. Or you could be finishing up a work project, finishing up something when it comes to health matters or bills. If you are paying any bills off, this could be a time where there's a conclusion to something happening. that you've been working on when it comes to work, diet, health, bills, debt, any of that stuff. So use this wisely to get rid of anything in your life that you no longer want. July 23rd, also be more cautious with business partners, romantic partners, because Sun is opposing Pluto in your 7th house. So this could literally be oppositions from business partners, clients that you work with, people being hostile with you, but also this can lead to intense attractions through the workplace from business partners or just anybody from the public. They're going to find you more magnetic around July 23rd. But remember, Pluto can also invite conflict, jealousy, manipulation, the push and pull of things, especially when dealing, with intimate relationships. Or it can be a time where your partner feels like you are the one that's a little bit more jealous, or they're doing something even to make you jealous. So if you're feeling some type of way, July 23rd, just remember it's the Pluto, and I hope you have a fantastic July, Leos. Virgo, welcome to your July 2024 horoscope. We start out the month with a Neptune going retrograde in your 7th house. You can feel from now until December 7th, rose-colored glasses coming off about a client, romantic partner, a business partner, just overall the way you even get into and do relationships. This is especially true if you have planets 28, 29 degrees of Pisces, or your ascendant is about 28, 29 degrees of Virgo. So even your moon and your sun to a certain extent, Neptune is illusion, delusion. It is like that yearning, that love that's unconditional. So right now you are breaking patterns of relationships, the kind of relationships that you get into. Is there an equal give and take? Do you attract people that, cheat, lie, manipulate? From now on until December 7th, you are going to see people's true colors. A lot of you Virgos have already been doing this because Saturn is helping with that. It's giving you a realistic look at relationships. A lot of Virgos have completely turned away from dating. Now, some of you have taken the next step in a relationship to be more committed to each other, to get married. So it's not all bad. Saturn in the 7th house actually is really good. It's really good for business, and it's really good for knowing what you really want and showing you what the other person is about. Saturn is also retrograding now in your 7th house. I did a full video on what that means for you if you want to watch that. But with Saturn in the 7th house retrograding, you are also now internalizing these lessons about relationships, Virgo. And because 2 planets are retrograding now in your 7th house of relationship, Saturn rules your 5th house of romance. This can be a time where old flames pop up, call you. But now you're at a different place, Virgo. You're at a place now where you know what you want, you know what you deserve, and you know what you will not tolerate. This is really important because some of you are finally, for the very first time in 14 years with this long Neptune transit, realizing that the relationships you've been getting yourself into are not equal. You could have been idealizing partners, even business partners, romantic situations. You were making them something that they were not, or people were putting out a false persona to you, so they got you hooked, and now you can see their true colors. It is a really healing kind of transit because you can really heal your relationship dynamics for those of you who are involved in relationships and want to take it to the next level, or you're meeting people now that you are more serious about. You don't even want to give time to anybody who's not serious about you. And Neptune going retrograde will really show you people's true colors. So those of you who haven't seen it already might be seeing it now. And you might be having old loves pop up, or you might be reminiscing about old loves at this time as well. Watch your words, especially around July 3rd, 4th. We have Mercury opposite Pluto. Now, Mercury on July 3rd and 4th will be in your 12th house. Pluto is in your 6th house, but Mercury rules your 2nd and 10th house. So this could have something to do with work, employees, people that you work with. You know, people could be more hostile with you. You could get really mad, say some stuff you might regret. So just try to hold it in. Same with others, especially coworkers. They could really piss you off around July 3rd, July 4th, or maybe there is some jealousy coming from the people that you work with. You can sense it, especially July 3rd. This is a very short transit, but it does involve your career and you yourself. So just watch your words carefully around those 2 days. There's a beautiful new moon Friday, July 5th happening in your 11th house of hopes and dreams, your friendships, your groups. This is a time where you could be initiating starting a new group. You're putting out a creative project, or you are just meeting people that are like-minded. This is a great time this month, Virgos, to meet people who not only align with you and could be great friends, but also who could take whatever it is that you dream of to the next level. 11th house is also influential people. Sometimes they're not necessarily close friends, but acquaintances that could help us. And even you could find them on social media just by chit-chatting with people. You can go on Reddit, go on blogs, and you can meet people who are like-minded, who will help you achieve your hopes and dreams. Watch July 11th, especially if you are traveling, you're out and about. Uranus in your 9th house is going to conjunct the star ALGOL. Now, for some Virgos, that could actually be your MC. Now, this could be just sudden happenings. People could be more on edge. So it could even have, disasters, weather disasters around then. And July 15th, Mars is conjuncting Uranus at 26 degrees of Taurus, again, fixed star ALGOL. For you, Mars rules the 8th house. All right, so there could be some sudden happenings within the career, or even driving around in your neighborhood. So just please be more cautious if you are traveling, if you are driving. Just use your intuition these 2 days. It's a very negative fixed star. But at the same time, for you, since Mars rules the 8th and it's joining with Uranus, it could just be sudden happenings. It could have to do with money, finance, intimacy, but I would just be more cautious while driving and just watch those 2 days, especially if you are out in big, huge crowds. Mars transiting your 9th, and with Uranus, watch that you maybe don't exchange some harsh words with a father, a teacher. But this is a really good time to focus on any kind of course, schooling you are taking, philosophy, any kind of education. July 21st, Mars enters Gemini, where it's going to join Jupiter in your 10th house of career and public image. Wow, this is beautiful. If you are trying to get a new job, get a promotion, or you want to start a whole new career, Mars will give you the push to get there. Watch out for run-ins with authority figures when Mars is transiting the 10th. But Mars in the 10th is the best for accomplishing career goals. You've got Saturn in your 7th. You've got Jupiter in your 10th. Virgo, a lot of you guys are going to make career dreams come true. You've got the sun hanging out in your 11th house until July 21st. This is perfect for meeting new people, hanging out with friends, joining groups and organizations that you want to be a part of. July 22nd, the sun enters your 12th house. This is a time where you want to retreat a little bit and work behind the scenes. I have a feeling with everything going on, a lot of Virgos are working on a creative project behind the scenes, or you're just taking a much needed break, maybe a little getaway for some of you. The 12th house is really fantastic for a getaway, a retreat. We have Venus hanging out in your 11th house until July 12th, where it's going to, on July 8th, Venus is going to sextile Uranus. You can meet somebody, instant attraction, especially when you're out with a group of friends. July 2nd, Venus is sextiling Saturn. This is great for creative projects or just hanging out with friends. Everything is flowing really well. On July 11th, you have this trine from Neptune. So this is really great if you are meeting somebody, and you could really meet somebody within a group, within a friendship group at this time. Now, July 12th, Venus enters Leo. This day, Venus is opposing Pluto. Instant attraction, maybe some kind of hidden attraction between even you and a coworker. Also jealousy, manipulation, or maybe you're keeping a relationship secret. Watch for that. But Venus in the 12th is actually really good for money and creativity. You're working a little bit more behind the scenes, but you could be working on something really creative. Watch your dreams right now. Also, maybe you want to have some bed pleasures at this time. Venus in the 12th is fantastic for relaxing, just letting go of your worries, even travel. If you are traveling somewhere, Venus in the 12th house is going to help you relax, quiet your mind. It's going to make everything behind the scenes seem more romantic, more beautiful. Venus for you rules the 2nd and the 9th. So the second half of July could actually be you meeting somebody that is a foreigner, somebody completely different from you, or maybe spending money on a trip or something luxurious for yourself that you enjoy just on your own. This is actually great for if you want to get a massage, a spa day. Venus in the 12th is great for that. Watch July 21st, Mercury is squaring Uranus. It's in your 12th house. So it could have something to do with visas, education, but Mercury rules you and your 10th house. So it could be about work, career, anything that you're publishing right now. There could be something sporadic that happens, could make you a little bit mad, or you might not have all the facts. But also watch your driving, even watch your possessions on July 21st with this Mercury square Uranus. It could just be things happening out of the blue that you're not aware of yet, and you need more information. We have a full moon Sunday, July 21st in your 5th house of love, creativity, romance, children. It could be a time where you are finishing up a project, maybe even with one of your children, or you are taking a dating experience that you've been having to the next level. You're becoming more serious about somebody. It can also be a time where you are finally finishing up a creative project. There's so much activity in your 11th house this month, Virgo, that it could be a time where you are, putting it out there into the world. You're meeting people by having fun. This full moon is going to give your creative juices flowing. And with Venus, the second half of the month in your 12th house, I am telling you, if there is something creative you want to work on or finish, this is the time. Venus in the 12th gives us creativity like nothing else. Also, watch July 23rd. The sun will oppose Pluto. The sun will be in your 12th, Pluto in your 6th. This could have something to do with career, employees, and the people that you work with. Jealousy can come up, as well as just exchanging harsh words about a project or about the way that you're working with people. Just something at work. Use your words wisely. People can piss you off. You can piss them off. Or it could be an intense attraction coming from work. Or you could just be out and about and attract people to you. This is a really attractive energy, but at the same time, it's a little volatile. People could say things to you that really piss you off. You could say something that pisses them off, or ignite jealousy. And it could especially happen for you within the workplace or around employees, around other people. So watch July 23rd, 24th for that. I hope you have a great July, Virgos. Libra, welcome to your July horoscope. We start out the month with a Neptune going retrograde in your 6th house. Now, this is happening all the way until December 7th, but you can take off your rose-colored glasses if there has been some dishonesty coming from work, the people that work for you, with you. It can be shown to you now, as well as any health elements that maybe you could not find answers to. Right now, with Saturn retrograding in your 6th house, Neptune retrograding in your 6th house, your intuition could be clearer, and you could find out what's wrong, what's really going on. And coworkers who maybe were lying, deceiving, right now, you can see right through them. When planets are retrograde, we're internalizing the lessons, but we're also seeing things for what they are. Especially when it comes to Neptune, you're going to see the reality of the situation. When it comes to work, when it comes to any bills maybe that you have, any debts you have to settle, you can see clearly how to handle things, how to go about things at this time. All the way until December 7th. Watch for July 3rd. Mercury is opposing Pluto. So there could be things said between you and a friend, you and a romantic partner that rubs you the wrong way, or you could say something that pisses them off right now. There could be opposition from maybe your children and friendships and groups, or maybe even your romantic partners and friends, their friends, your friends, or any groups you belong to. There could just be something said right now that either rubs you the wrong way or creates more intensity within a situation that's already been happening. So July 3rd and 4th, that's kind of when everybody could be out celebrating the 4th of July. So just watch your words when it comes to romantic partners and friends around then. There is a new moon Friday, July 5th in the sign of Cancer, your 10th house of career and public image. This could be a time where you are moving up at work, getting a promotion, thinking about work or a creative project that you want to put out into the world. This is the time to ask for that raise, or maybe even go on job interviews, start and initiate something new when it comes to your career, or a new project that you are working on, maybe for a job. New collaborations at work, meeting new people, mingling with people. Maybe they can help you get a better job, get that promotion. This is the time to set goals when it comes to your career. Watch July 11th, especially. Uranus is going to make contact with the fixed star ALGOL, and this could have just, scary, unusual events happening around the world. But even watch if you're driving, if you're traveling, just be more cautious, because this is happening in your 8th house. And then again on July 15th, Mars is conjuncting Uranus, 26 degrees of Taurus with the fixed star ALGOL. So Mars is an aggressive planet. Now, this could also be out of the blue things happening with your romantic partner, or you finding something out about a romantic partner, somebody that you're dating, or maybe even getting in a fight with a romantic partner, a business partner. It could be something dealing with finances as well for you. But 8th house is the house of hidden things. And if you do have any planets 25, 26, 27 degrees of Taurus right now, Libra, this could be explosive, eventful things happening in your life. It could be something just brand new showing up for you. It could be a love relationship, or a change in home, a change in job, a change in finances. But definitely watch when you are out and about and in big crowds with a lot of people. July 11th, July 15th, July 16th, with that ALGOL energy and Uranus, Mars conjunction. A lot of people can be on edge and just a lot of things could be happening all around, all over the world, really. Mars is in your 8th house until July 21st. Mars rules your 7th house. It could be, intense romantic attractions, intimacy, taking a relationship to the next level, or you working out something when it comes to the area of finances, taxes, inheritance, anything dealing with other people's money. This can be a time where you feel a little bit more uneasy, or you're trying to figure something out. You're researching something, maybe healing. Something can come up right now when it comes to relationships, whether it is the relationship you have or prior relationships that just needs healing. And you could be even seeking therapy or just seeking a way how to really deal with all the emotions that are coming up for you. Mars enters Gemini after the 21st, your 9th house. So be careful how you talk to your father. This can ignite some anger with a father, an authority figure, a teacher. It could be a time where you are learning something new, picking up a new book. You're seeking out a knowledge, but also a time for travel, planning a trip, or maybe you are experiencing completely new things with a romantic partner. The second half of the month, they're introducing you to completely new ideas, new ways of thinking, new food, new music. With that new moon that you're having in the 10th house, and the sun is in the 10th house until July 21st, there's probably something brewing for you in the area of career. You're either looking for a new job, or people are finally noticing you and giving you the credit that you deserve. July 22nd, the sun enters Leo, your 11th house. So you want to go out, you want to hang out with friends. You can be meeting new friends at this time, or maybe you're thinking about your hopes and dreams, and you could right now be meeting people that later help you achieve those hopes and dreams. You could be meeting your kind of crowd, or maybe joining new groups of people right now that will help you achieve your goals in the future. It's also opposing your 5th house, so there could be love and romance in the air, because we also have Venus in your house of career and public image. So this could be a time where you can meet someone through work, through just mingling at meetings. Now, on the 12th, Venus enters your 11th house. This is where you could meet somebody by going out with friends, hanging out with friends, maybe going to a comedy show, checking out an art venue. Just go out and have your friends introduce you to somebody if you are single, because there's so many beautiful trines and sextiles happening to Venus this month. Venus rules your sign. It could be a fantastic time for you to have fun. Just watch July 12th. Venus will oppose Pluto in your 5th house. You could find sudden romantic attraction in a friend group, or when you're out with friends. Or it could be jealousy coming from a romantic partner on account of your friends, or where you're going, how you're hanging out. It could be you or them feeling insecure about something and bringing that up to the forefront to take care of. So watch for any jealousy or manipulation around July 12th, 13th. On July 21st, Mercury will square Uranus in your 8th house. So there could be something that comes up within a friend group, in a group you belong to, that has to do with money, how money is spent, or maybe you're looking over the money that you're spending on creative outings with friends or groups you belong to, even taking care of like subscriptions such as Netflix, Hulu, things like that. And there could be not an equal give and take between you and a friend, or a discussion about money or how to share stuff, even with a romantic partner. Full moon Sunday, July 21st in your 4th house. Some Libras maybe are moving or cleaning house, getting rid of old things that no longer serve you. So there's some kind of a conclusion when it comes to home, family, vehicles, letting go of old possessions maybe, so that you can move on and be more free. On July 23rd, the sun will be in your 11th house, opposing Pluto in your 5th house. Watch for relationship issues that can come up at this time, jealousy, manipulation. But really, this is about your ego. You could feel like you're not good enough for someone, for something, intense attraction to somebody at, within a friend group even. But it could be you or your partner who doesn't feel like there's an equal give and take. You don't feel good enough. And, this is where jealousy, manipulation could come up. And so if you notice that around July 23rd, 24th, just be more cautious with how you use your words with your children, your romantic partners, and really how you speak to yourself, because this can get your confidence down a little bit, or you could feel like you're not worthy, you're not good enough, and you definitely are. I hope July is fantastic for you, Libra. Scorpio, welcome to your July horoscope. We start out the month with a Neptune going retrograde in your 5th house of love, romance, creativity, and children. This could be a time for you where old past romantic partners come back into your life, try to reach out to you, or maybe if there's been a problem with your children or the relationship you have even with your adult children, because Neptune clouds our judgment. We're not seeing clearly what the situation really is. We are romanticizing things. It's the higher octave of Venus, unconditional love. But because of that, we miss a lot of things that we normally wouldn't. And when Neptune is retrograde, we internalize these things and we're seeing them more clearly. So there could be a lot of epiphanies about relationships with children, relationships with romantic partners, about your past romantic partners. You could be rethinking the way you have done a romantic relationships, or even the relationship you have with your children, or a creative project that you are working on right now. You could get hints, downloads about what to do next, what you need to do, how you need to approach this area of your life, because you also have Saturn retrograding in your 5th house. I did a full Saturn retrograde video and how it will affect each sign if you want more detail. But Saturn in your 5th house is, kind of putting a damper on having fun, romantic relationships, the relationships you have with your children. Everything could seem harder. Raising children could seem more like a burden right now, like you have so much to do and you can't really enjoy it. When Saturn goes retrograde, though, we're internalizing these feelings about why we can't do that. Why can't you enjoy it? It's because you're growing up in that area. Wherever Saturn is transiting, you are maturing that area. That's what Saturn really means. You're becoming more mature. So for you specifically, you could be even thinking about past romantic partners. Past romantic partners could reach out to you. Children could be reaching out to you if they're older for things going on in their lives. That is what the 5th house is all about. Watch July 3rd, Mercury opposite Pluto, from your 4th to your 10th house. Okay, so this could be like an opposition from work and family. It could be like something is at odds at this time about your public image, about your career, and about your home life. Or be careful how you speak to people in your workplace, or how you take things when they speak to you a certain way. Somebody could really piss you off around July 3rd, July 4th. And it could be somebody that you live with, your close family member, or somebody at work. You could exchange words with someone, and in the heat of the moment, you say something you don't really mean, or you don't want to, or they do that to you. So just watch your words around July 3rd, July 4th. You have a new moon Friday, July 5th in your 9th house of spirituality, education, foreign travel. This could be a time where you start planning a trip abroad, maybe getting a passport, or you're working on something like that. You're taking a course. You could be reaching out to mentors, reading books that open you up to brand new philosophies. Maybe you could meet a fantastic teacher around this time, or get into a subject that really means a lot to you. Or some of you could be applying to colleges, to schools. The ninth house is education, travel, spirituality, and something new is opening up for you in that area July 5th. All right, big warning here. Watch a July 11th. Uranus is conjuncting the fixed star ALGOL. This is very dangerous and unpredictable. ALGOL is a very negative fixed star. It is associated with a lot of disasters, natural disasters. If you are traveling, if you are driving, just be more cautious. For you in particular, Scorpio, because this is your seventh house of other people, and other people's reactions might be very Uranus-like in July. Especially, you will feel it because also on July 15th, Mars conjuncts Uranus, 26 degrees of Taurus, again with the fixed star ALGOL. So unpredictable behavior could be coming from business partners, clients, and romantic partners. It could be even aggressive, and it could come out of the blue. Which is why I told you kind of just watch your words, the way you deal with people, because people might just be erratic around you in July. You know, it might not even be you. It's just their reactions. Whatever they're going through, they could take it out on you. So be mindful of that. But definitely be mindful if you are traveling, driving, use your intuition, particularly July 11th, July 15th, 16th. Mars is transiting your seventh house until July 21st. So there could be intense attractions. You are working on something with a business partner, with clients. This is a perfect time to find a good deal on something. When Mars is in the seventh house, we can find the best deals on something. We just swift through all the bull and find a great deal, especially if it's a high ticket priced item. But that still means all the way until July 21st, other people could try to get you angry. They could get angry with you. They could bring up stuff where there's a fight between you and a romantic partner, or they just seem more aggressive, more moody. Mars enters Gemini, your eighth house, after July 21st. Your focus will be on spiritual studies, research, other people's money, taxes, joint finances. And at this time, you're more into intimacy, researching topics that interest you, but also working out any kind of joint ventures you have with a spouse, business partner. This could be a time when things come up you need to deal with, internal things. A lot of times things come up literally for us to deal with emotional things that we are dealing with when Mars is transiting the eighth house, so that we could release them. It's the house of transformation. So, relationship hang-ups, how you feel about yourself, all that stuff may be coming up after July 21st for you to deal with, for you to let go of. Sun is transiting your ninth house until July 21st. So you could be, applying for a passport, applying to school, learning something right now. You could be also trying to publish your work, or maybe publishing a course of yours. July 22nd, the sun enters your 10th house. So you're thinking about career, and you're shining really bright within your career. People are noticing you more. This is a time to ask for a raise even, or think about your future career plans, because right now people really see you. So if you are on social media, you put yourself out there, this is a great time for you. Venus, the planet of love, beauty, and abundance, is in your ninth house until July 12th. So if you are studying something, reading a book, you could really open up to new philosophies. But this is also a great time to meet people that are completely different from you. Fall in love, or maybe go on a date with someone completely different. Venus will enter your 10th house. after July 12th, and now your career is really shining. This is the time to put out work, but this is also a time where you could meet somebody out in the public, or you could meet somebody through work. Venus in the 10th house is fantastic for career prospects. If you are searching for a job, you have more charisma with Sun and Venus in the 10th house. Watch July 12th, though, when Venus will oppose Pluto. There could be instant attraction with someone from work, or push and pull, maybe jealousy coming from your partner about someone from work. It could be a lot of jealousy coming from you or a partner about a relationship, or just meeting someone, feeling instantly connected to them. But other than that, Venus has beautiful trines and sextiles happening. Venus and Sun in your 10th at the end of the month is so great for your image, your public image. You have more charisma to get things done at work, to be seen in public. If you are publishing something, you are working on something, some kind of project for work, people are going to be just drawn to you. This, and especially at the end of the month, Scorpio. July 21st, Mercury in your 10th house will square Uranus in your 7th house. This could test relationships, whether they be client relationships, whether they be business-oriented relationships, or even romantic relationships, because it's like this, you want to feel free, or they want to feel free. Things may be said, so watch your words with people. Also, July 21st. Also on July 21st, we have a full moon happening in your 3rd house. This could be you letting go of outdated software, cell phones, tablets. You know, maybe you are completing a project where you're involved with a group of people. It's coming to an end, or maybe somebody in your neighborhood is moving out. Your neighborhood seems to be changing. It's a closure in the area of your 3rd house, you know, or finally putting the finishing touches on something that you've been working on. This could be a time where you are, you know, hanging out with your siblings more, or maybe ending a disagreement between you and a sibling, you and a neighbor, and, you know, just finally putting an end and a stop to that if you've been having disagreements. Now, July 23rd, another day to watch, because Sun is opposing Pluto. Sun in your 10th, Pluto in your 4th, and this can give you like your ego insecurities. Somebody in your home or a family member could say something, and it could just make you feel insecure. Or you could feel insecure within the workplace because of what somebody said, because of what they did. It could cause attractions between people that you work with, or things being said that make you feel inadequate, insecure. So if you feel this way around July 23rd, July 24th, it's this Pluto-Sun opposition that may make these feelings come up for some of you. I hope July is fantastic for you, Scorpio. Sagittarius, welcome to your July horoscope. We start out the month with Neptune going retrograde in your 4th house. This is a time where you're internalizing these big Neptune lessons. Neptune clouds are judgment. We miss things. So there could be something coming up in the area of home and family, a secret being revealed to you. Maybe you find out your landlord, you know, has been doing weird stuff, or the lease that you're signing is a little bit different than you thought. Anything that deals with home, family, and your emotional needs as well. Your mother, you know, if she's been keeping a secret from you, or someone in the family, it could come out now. It could be revealed to you, or you could figure it out. You are taking off the rose-colored glasses. It could also have something to do with a vehicle, a connection that's close to you, or even revelations about your inner needs and childhood. You can finally figure it out, what it is that you need to heal, to move forward. And Saturn is there right now, also going retrograde. So it is really showing you, people's true colors, but it could be a time when your parents are going through a harder time, maybe suffering some health issues, some setbacks. It could be a time when things at work are not going as well or a little bit off kilter because it's aspecting your 10th house as well. It's aspecting you, Sagittarius, and the relationships you have with people. So this is huge for you. There could be a lot of changes with your looks, your personal relationships, work, your work schedule, and your parents, your emotional needs, and how you feel at home. If you want to move, it could be a time where you feel restricted or you can't move exactly where you want. When Saturn is transiting the 4th, we really go back and internalize our needs, what we need to move forward. And it can be a harder time because whenever Saturn is transiting the 1st, 4th, 7th, and 10th, it can seem rocky. It can seem really hard. But at the same time, you can make some of your greatest accomplishments right now. So just know that this is just for right now. But right now, you can have these revelations when it comes to home, family, your parents, if they've been keeping something from you, if they need more of your help, more of your assistance. This can show up right now with Neptune and Saturn retrograding. It could also be a time when a family member you haven't spoken to in a while reaches out to you, or you reach out to them to maybe heal the relationship, or just somebody needs something from you. Your family probably needs more of your attention right now, Sagittarius. Watch out for July 3rd. Mercury will be opposite Pluto. So maybe even July 3rd, July 4th, you can feel like you have a competitor. Somebody's making you mad, or you're in competition with somebody. It could be somebody in your neighborhood. It could be a sibling, a close friend, or somebody that you work with. So you could feel like you're in competition with someone. You could say something that can be taken out of context. So watch your words July 3rd and 4th, not to make people mad. Someone could also make you mad around this time. So just remember, how you respond is all that matters. Friday, July 5th, you have a new moon in your 8th house. This is an excellent time to strengthen your bonds, intimacy. If you have been going through a hard time, you can feel like you're transforming, you're becoming renewed. Also a time where maybe you are changing your insurance policies, your health insurance policies, or doing something when it comes to finances. You could be maybe opening up a new bank account, asking for a new loan, or applying for a new credit card, something like that, because that is other people's money. And an area of life is opening up there for you. So a new beginning in that sense when it comes to the 8th house. You could also be researching right now. You could start researching something of a healing kind of for you to transform. Maybe you are learning tarot, astrology, or esoteric subjects are of interest to you right now, and you're finding new ways to heal and strengthen your close one-to-one relationships. Watch July 11th. And if you are traveling, you're driving, please be more cautious. On the 11th of July, Uranus is conjuncting fixed star ALGOL. This is a very negative star linked with natural disasters, and just with Uranus, things happen out of the blue. We can't really even predict it, but it's more scary. It's a little bit more scary, so just be more careful. July 15th, Mars conjuncts Uranus, 26 degrees of Taurus, again on the fixed star ALGOL. Mars is aggressive. So July 11th, July 15th, 16th, if you are traveling, you're driving, be more cautious, because this can sometimes, and this is for you, is happening in your 6th house. So it is the house of health, debt. Maybe something could be coming up for you with debt, with money, with coworkers, and be more cautious of how you speak to your coworkers, those around you. People at work can kind of piss you off, especially the first half of the month. Mars is in your 6th house, so you can, be either in competition with somebody, or somebody at work could say something to you you do not like. July 21st, Mars enters the 7th house. This is a time where you could maybe experience more arguments with a business partner, a romantic partner, somebody that you're dating. They could be more moody, start arguments with you more. But this is a very good time if you're buying a high-priced item. You can find really good deals when Mars is in the 7th, and your communication is more straightforward when it comes to other people, but it can, give sometimes a little bit more argumentative nature to your partner, to your romantic partner or business partners, even just generally from the public. If you're getting weird reactions from July 21st till the end of the month, that's why Mars in the 7th tends to do that. Now we have the Sun in your 8th house until July 21st. So you're working on healing joint finances, maybe with a spouse or business partner, and maybe you're researching something. You are more into bonding with people right now. You feel more close with spirituality, a spiritual subject as well. July 22nd, the Sun enters your 9th house, and this is a time where maybe you're applying for a passport, getting a passport, driver's license, publishing something, or working on a course, reading a book. You're maybe talking to people from far away from you, that live in foreign lands. You're connecting with people that are completely different from you. The planet of love and beauty is in your 8th house until July 12th. It's making beautiful trines and sextiles. So right now you can maybe deepen a relationship, take it to the next level, or you can even find something in the realm of spirituality, occult subjects that you really love. You really want to study further. July 12th, Venus will enter your 9th house. And this is a time for some of you who are single, who maybe can meet someone completely different from you. Take a trip with a partner. Broaden your horizons with a book, with a video that you watch. Something could open you up to new ways of doing relationships, new ways of doing love. July 12th, though, watch out. Venus is opposing Pluto. So this is a time where jealousy can come up within a relationship, strong attraction to somebody, or somebody could have a strong attraction to you. But a partner could be feeling insecure, jealous. They could take it out on you. July 21st, Mercury will square Uranus. So there could be something in the area of passports, schools, loans, that you have to work out, something unexpected. But this is a time to watch how you speak to people in your workplace, or they may take you by surprise with something that they say. Something could come up where there's like a battle of wills between you and a coworker around this time. There's a full moon on Sunday, July 21st, happening in your 2nd house of finances, possessions. This is a time maybe you let go of a source of income or some possessions that are, holding you back from living your best life. The 2nd house also deals with teeth. Some of you could be getting some dental work done, or something is finally finalized in the area of teeth, money, and possessions, the possessions that you own. Maybe this is a great time to actually unload possessions that no longer bring you joy. Clear out things from your life that you no longer find a value in. Watch for July 23rd. Pluto from your 3rd house will oppose the transiting Sun in your 9th house. Maybe somebody says something to you that makes you feel insecure. Your ego could clash right now. And it could be somebody in your neighborhood, somebody out, just out in your town. A teacher, a mentor could say something to you that makes you feel like you're not worthy, you're not good enough. So this transit can humble us a little bit. It's only like the 23rd or the 24th, but I mention this because I would watch out how you react. Don't react in a crazy way, or just watch the words that you choose with people, because you can also make other people feel bad about themselves. Around the 23rd, 24th, you could say something and they could look at you like, you're crazy, or they could get really upset with you. So I mentioned that, but I hope July is fantastic for you, Sagittarius. Capricorn, welcome to your July horoscope. We start out the month with Neptune going retrograde in your third house of your self-efforts, really. Anything that you're learning, projects that you're working on with co-workers. It is the house of siblings. It can be when you learn something about a sibling, or you learn the connection you really have with your sibling. Neptune gives us rose-colored glasses. It's like a mist. So this is a time where we are more awake to the truth. Also about your neighborhood. How do you like living in your neighborhood? Your self-efforts. How much effort do you put into stuff? Sometimes, Neptune going through a house will cloud our judgment. And this can also, especially with your phones, your communication devices, you may find things out right now of what you want to use and what you no longer want to use, or any apps that you are a part of. This could be a time where you're like, do I really want to use this anymore? Saturn is also transiting this area. So it can be a time where a sibling needs more of your assistance. They're having a harder time, or your relationship with your sibling seems a little bit strained right now. And just even the work that you do with your colleagues, or anything that you're undertaking, can feel like it's more of a burden, more responsibilities, like a lot of more people in your neighborhood, your close friendship circle, like people are relying on you a little bit more right now, Capricorn. July 3rd, transiting Mercury in your 8th house will oppose Pluto in your 2nd house. This is a time where, it could be a battle of wills when it comes to joint finances and intimacy with a partner for you. Or you could, not like something that your partner is spending their money on. Or there could be a loan or application. You're applying for a loan, a credit card, or changing insurance policies. And, there's some opposition there. July 3rd, July 4th for you. Friday, July 5th. New moon in your 7th house, Capricorn. This is the time to put yourself out there, get on the dating apps. If you want to meet someone, this is the time. It could also be a time where you meet a new business partner, a friendship grows stronger, or you take a dating romantic relationship to the next level. You begin to get more serious with somebody. So this is excellent for business, friendships, as well as meeting people that you want to have romantic relationships with. So this is pretty much opening up for you this month. It is the new thing for you, so take advantage of it, especially if you are a single Capricorn. Uranus on July 11th will come together with a fixed star ALGOL. If you are traveling, vacationing, please be more cautious. Use your intuition. This can be a time where a lot's going on around the world. There's a lot of conflict or extreme weather. People can be acting up. July 15th, Mars is going to conjunct Uranus at 26 degrees of Taurus, again with the fixed star ALGOL. So July 11th, 15th, and 16th, please use more caution driving, traveling, because Mars is aggressive energy. Uranus is unpredictable, and the fixed star ALGOL usually means, disasters or sudden weather happenings, people acting up. For you, Capricorn, People, your children could be acting up, your romantic partners could be acting up. It could be a time where maybe you fall in love sporadically, especially if you have any planets there in your fifth house. It can be where you meet a romantic partner and you fall in love. But at the same time, I just would use more caution, especially around July 15th. 16th and July 11th, especially. Mars transiting your fifth house until the 21st. It could be a time when your children act up. You're doing more activities with your children. It could be a time where you're feeling romantic. Maybe you find a romantic partner, fall in love while out and about having fun. Mars enters Gemini after July 21st, your sixth house. This is a time where maybe your coworkers could piss you off a little bit, or work is more demanding on you. But this is fantastic for working out or any kind of competition that you're entering. If you are entering a competition, you have more drive to succeed. With that new moon, July 5th, in your seventh house, and the sun being in your seventh house until July 21st, this is your time for romance, relationships, and just getting together with people. This is a time where your partner could expect more attention from you. July 22nd, the focus goes to your eighth house of intimacy, transformation, shared resources. You could be applying for a loan, a new insurance policy. At the same time, things could be coming up for you to deal with any kind of a trauma, relationship hangups, anything that keeps you from intimacy with other people. This could be a time where you take a relationship maybe to the next level for some of you. With the new moon in your seventh, the sun and Venus is also in your seventh until July 12th. The beginning of the month is pretty much the best time to go out, date, find a romantic partner. If you are single, it could be a time where you enjoy time with your romantic partner. Wherever Venus is where our enjoyment is. Or you could attract a lot of beautiful people to you. Your relationships run smoother. There's so many beautiful trines and sextiles happening right there to your seventh house. Now, one thing to watch for is July 12th, Venus will oppose Pluto. All right, so insecurities and jealousies can come up within romantic relationships, intense attractions. Also, after July 12th, Venus will enter Leo. So it will go into your eighth house where intimacy, shared resources, could become the focus. But also, this is a time where you're feeling very romantic. You want to get intimate with your partner. You want to really feel close to somebody, or you're researching subjects that mean a lot to you, healing any trauma or transforming looks. You could be also transforming and working on your looks, completely wanting a change. On Sunday, July 21st, we also have a full moon in your sign, Capricorn. So this is you closing out a chapter that you've been previously working on. Maybe some of you are completely changing your looks with that Venus going into your eighth house. That could be happening for a lot of you. Maybe shedding some hair, getting a haircut, or thinking about a new wardrobe. You want to put an end to something you've been doing so that you could start a new. Great time to let go of a bad habit. Totally overhaul your wardrobe, what works for you and what doesn't work for you, and changing your mindset as well. This is a great time to completely shift your mindset, especially if you've been very negative lately. This is the time to let all of that go and start new. Watch July 23rd. The sun in your eighth house will oppose Pluto in your second house. And this is a time when someone could hurt your feelings. Your ego could be hurt. It could have to do with your looks and self-confidence, and you're trying to change that. You're trying to change how you feel about yourself and what people think of you. So this can also be maybe an argument or opposition from a family member or partner about how money is spent, how joint finances are taken care of, and you can feel a little bit more inadequate, or they can make you feel bad about yourself. Somebody could. You could do that as well. So watch how you use your words around the 23rd, 24th with close family members. I hope you have a fantastic July, Capricorn. Aquarius, welcome to your July horoscope. We have Neptune going retrograde in your second house. This happens on July 2nd. It lasts all the way until December 7th, so you can take off the rose-colored glasses right now. If there's been situations that involve family, money, dental problems, or problems with the possessions that you have, this is the time where you can gain clarity right now. Saturn is also going retrograde in your second house, allowing you to internalize the lessons it's been teaching you about finances, possessions, how you make money, your self-worth and self-esteem. This can be a time where you uncover what is keeping you from having a high self-image of yourself. Also, this can affect your finances, your partner's finances. There could be things that come up now, or you see how you spend your money, and you make wiser decisions wherever Saturn transit. It gives us maturity to overcome our problems, but the only way it usually does so is by presenting them to us. So if somebody's been lying to you about money, possessions, especially within your family, you can gain clarity and work through that right now. Watch July 3rd and 4th as transiting Mercury in your 7th house of romance, business partnerships is opposite Pluto in your 1st house. And Pluto, of course, if you are a 1 degree Aquarius rising, you are getting transformed by Pluto right this very minute. But this opposition, July 3rd and 4th, could be dealing with romance, children, you and your partner not seeing eye to eye, you and a business partner or client not seeing eye to eye. And you can really feel this opposition, but it is, remember, just use your words wisely. It could be a time when a romantic partner, your spouse, acts up, tries to start stuff with you. It could be dealing with children, creative self-expression as well. But it really has to do with you and your partner. You could be at odds these 2 days. There's a new moon Friday, July 5th in your 6th house of health routine. It can be a time where you are setting up a budget plan, starting a new dietary plan or new workout regimen. You're really setting yourself up for a new beginning in that area, maybe allowing new workers to work under you, new employees. You're finding maybe a new hairdresser, a new dentist. So you're opening up something new in that area. It could be, for some of you, health, money, and coworkers, but something new is coming in through the 6th house for you. Watch for July 11th. Uranus is going to conjunct 26 degrees of Taurus and the fixed star ALGOL. It is a destructive star. Uranus is unpredictable energy. So if you are traveling, driving, use your intuition, as this can be a time where on a collective people are more anxious, and maybe things are happening around the world. As well as July 15th, Mars conjuncts Uranus at 26 degrees of Taurus and the fixed star ALGOL. Also use more caution July 15th, 16th, maybe even 17th if traveling, if you're driving. Just be more cautious, especially if you're out in big crowds of full of people. Mars is aggressive. Uranus is unpredictable. And especially watch if you have any planets around 26 degrees of Taurus. Be on the lookout for that. Mars is in the sign of Taurus, your fourth house, until the 21st. So be careful that you don't have more arguments within the home, within your family members. They could kind of piss you off a little bit. Or if you have any, you could have breakdowns maybe within the home, things that need to be fixed. July 21st, Mars enters your fifth house. So you're working on creativity, maybe spending more time with your children, having fun. So your focus is on creative outlets and having fun, romantic date nights. But this can also, strain your relationships with your children a little bit, or they could act out a little bit at the end of July. The sun is in your sixth house until July 21st. So what's highlighted is working with colleagues, working on your health, organization. So you're trying to rearrange your life. July 22nd, the sun enters your seventh house. So now the focus shifts towards romantic and business relationships. This is a time where you could be out and about talking to people more. Negotiations could be happening within your business, but this could be a time where your partner wants and needs more of your attention. Venus is in your sixth house until July 2nd. It's making lots of beautiful trines and sextiles in there. So you could really find a lot of comfort in reading self-help books, organizing your home, rearranging the things around your home, your possessions. Now, July 12th, Venus will oppose Pluto from your seventh house. All right, this is a time where jealousy and manipulation can come into play from your partner, business relationships, or even from the public for some of you. You could arouse jealousy in people. Your partner could act out. So watch what happens around there. Use your words wisely. Your partner could be feeling, their ego could be a little bit hurt right now. Or you could have an intense attraction to somebody, those of you who are single. So with Venus being in your seventh after the 12th, the focus is on relationships. This can help you mend any kind of problems you've had within relationships and help you enjoy time with your partner. If you are a single Aquarius, after the 12th, it is a good time to get on the dating apps, go out there, meet new people. You are going to attract people really easily to you. Or if you work with the public, your negotiation skills are fantastic. You're more charismatic. Watch July 21st, 22nd. Mercury will be square Uranus. So Mercury is transiting your seventh house. It's going to square Uranus in your fourth house. And this could be a time where you and a business partner, or maybe you and your partner, your spouse, your significant other, do not agree on something when it comes to home and family or buying something. So watch out for that. There could be a little bit of a disagreement. There's a full moon happening Sunday, July 21st in your 12th house. This is the time to let go of any limiting beliefs about yourself. With Neptune and Saturn retrograde in your second house, there's limiting beliefs you need to let go of that are standing in the way of you thinking highly about yourself. So this is the time to also let go of any bad habits that have been holding us back. Let go of any grudges you've been holding on. You're closing something out when it comes to the 12th house. Maybe for some of you, even paying off a debt, paying off bills, so you can finally move on and be free of that. So there is a closure to the 12th house. So that's house of losses and also our beliefs that are holding us back from the life we want to live. This is the time to write out everything you want to stop doing and, breathe, meditate, and let that go. July 23rd, we have the sun, which is going to transit your seventh house, oppose Pluto in your first house. This can be a time where somebody hurts your feelings, your ego could feel a little bruised. You might feel inadequate in something. Or you and your partner could be at odds. They could be demanding more of your time and attention, and you're trying to devote your time and attention somewhere else. So watch out for the 23rd, 24th, as you could have career opposition or opposition from your partners, your clients. All right, Aquarius, I hope July is beautiful for you. Pisces, welcome to your July horoscope. We start out the month with Neptune going retrograde from July 2nd. This is happening all the way until December 7th, but now you're really going to feel this. If you've been closed off to something, not seeing the big picture of where you want your life to go, how you want your life to look, you can get downloads and realizations right now. Neptune going retrograde will help things become clear, especially in really all your areas, because Neptune's been transiting your first house. So you could be completely changing your image, and people could let go of the ideas they held about you and finally see you for who you really are. So a lot of the fakeness that people have been projecting onto you can finally disappear right now, because Saturn is also transiting your first house, which means you are working on yourself. When Saturn transits the first, we completely change our lives. You know, we can move, have a baby, get married. All these things are happening for you, Pisces especially. And when Saturn goes retrograde, we internalize these lessons. So you can finally learn what it is that is holding you back and rework things, do them just the right way. So a lot of you right now are probably faced with extra work, more burdens, more responsibilities, like you're trying to scramble to get something done. And the payoff will be huge. When Saturn leaves your first house, you're going to be ready to lead a whole new life. You're going to feel like you're in a brand new spot, a lot more new people around you as well. Be careful how you word things. July 3rd, transiting Mercury in your 6th house will oppose Pluto in your 12th house. And this can be, you know, some kind of competitor being completely jealous of you, or you saying something and it getting blown out of proportion, especially at work, or your colleague saying something to you and you reacting, you know, in a not favorable way. When Mercury opposes Pluto, our communication can involve a lot of jealousy, manipulation, especially with the people that you work with. All right, so just use your words wisely. July 3rd, July 4th. Friday, July 5th, there is a new moon happening for you in the 5th house. So it could be new romance that begins right now. If you are single, this is the time to put yourself out there, start dating, meet new people. This could be a time where you find something, a creative project that brings you a lot of joy, or you start initiating a new creative project. You get into a sport or a new hobby that brings you joy for a very long time. This is the time to really manifest love and start doing something creative. Give yourself a creative outlet. This is the time for creativity and love to begin for you, Pisces. Now, July 11th, Uranus will conjunct at 26 degrees of Taurus, the fixed star ALGOL. This is a very destructive fixed star. Uranus is unpredictable energy. So I'm not saying don't go out, don't do anything, but use your intuition, because things could be going on around the world, or crazy weather. So if you are out, you know, traveling, you're out driving, use your intuition, be more cautious. Same thing for July 15th and 16th, because Mars will conjunct Uranus. Again, 26 degrees of Taurus with the fixed star ALGOL. Now, this is even more aggressive because Mars brings the destructive energy. So people can also be a little bit more anxious, more angry. So if you're driving, traveling, use your intuition, be more cautious, be on the lookout for things popping out of the blue and your plans completely changing. Now, especially if you have any planets, 25, 26, 27 degrees of Taurus, Pisces, this could be a time of sudden shifts, breakthroughs, and changes that are coming into your life in regards to that planet. Say it's Venus, it could be, sudden love developments. If it's moon, it could have something to do with your home and family environment. So watch those days closely. Mars is transiting your third house until July 21st, giving you a lot of courage and determination. If you are learning something new, you want to take up a new skill, or you want to accomplish something, this is great energy. On the negative, you could get in a fight with your siblings, or they could be a little bit more irritated with you, or you could be a little bit irritated with people in your neighborhood. Now, July 21st, when Mars enters your fourth house, watch for arguments within the family or things breaking down within the home, things you need to fix, redo around your home, or maybe there's a lease you are signing and you're trying to move out. Things like that will be coming up, and they'll take center stage after July 21st for you. But it could make the people that you live with a little bit more irritated with you, or you could be a little bit more irritated with them. It'll oppose your 10th house, so you can also get some pushback from coworkers at the end of the month, or they get on your nerves a little bit. The sun is transiting your fifth house until July 21st. So you have a lot of creativity within you with that Mars in the third. You could really be working on a creative project right now, and you're really motivated to do so. Also, just having fun with your children, or going out, hanging out with groups of people, going to concerts, having a really great time. When the sun transits the fifth, we feel more alive. July 22nd, the sun enters your sixth house, where now the focus shifts on reorganizing your home, doctor's appointments, or maybe paying off debt and reorganizing your environment. Maybe also taking care of any health matters, or starting a new workout routine. Venus, of course, is sitting in your fifth house until July 12th, making beautiful trines and sextiles. So creativity is at an all-time high. Romance could be blooming. You could definitely be having a lot of romantic date nights. If you are single, at least until July 12th, go out there, meet people, start dating. Watch, though, for July 12th, Venus will enter your sixth house, and it will oppose Pluto in your 12th house. So there could be some jealousy, manipulation. It could even be coming from coworkers, or maybe from somebody who doesn't like you. 12th house. A hidden enemy could be causing problems for you, or there could be jealousy within a love and romantic relationships. When Venus is in the sixth house at the end of the month, or actually from July 12th, you want to organize your life. You find it fun to do so. Organize your life. Eat healthier, go to the gym more, and organize your space. Get rid of anything that you no longer want. All that stuff becomes a little bit more fun for us when Venus is in the sixth house. Sunday, July 21st, we have a full moon happening in your 11th house. This is a time for completion. So maybe you've completed something with a group that you are now putting out into the world, or it could be that you're letting go of certain people, groups, and friendships that no longer align with you, or maybe because you have to, because you're moving, so your friendship groups are changing, or you're letting go of people you're following on social media, Netflix, Hulu subscriptions, because you are, maturing right now with Saturn in the first house. You could be letting go of something like an old dream, so that you could now have a new dream, a new vision for your life. So there's a conclusion happening there. It could also be that you've been working on something within a group or organization, a charity, and now it's finally coming to fruition for you. You're finally seeing the fruits of your labor, or one of your dreams could even be finally fulfilled, coming true at this time, Pisces. Also, watch July 23rd, maybe even 24th, when the transiting sun will be in your 6th house. And we have Pluto in the 12th, and there's an opposition between Sun and Pluto. This can actually, hurt your ego a little bit. A competitor can make you feel like you're not prepared for something, or somebody at your work could say something and it could get you feeling down. So just breathe. It's just those 2 days, but you can feel like your feelings were hurt, and it could be coming from a competitor, even really anybody around you, especially those that work around you. But other than that, looks like a great month for you, Pisces. I hope July is fantastic for you. I hope you found this helpful. Like and subscribe for more.